Let me tell you, it's something about waking up with a grateful spirit. Just being.
Yeah, it's me, Anna, and I wanted to just bring y'all some realness that I feel like y'all been missing. And the spaces of wellness, making them safe, is something that I just enjoy doing. And I thought about this book that I am reading. It is Clarity and Connection. And a part of it that I wanted to touch on is just like a soft reading and then a reflection. So, y'all ready to dive into it? Let's go. So, the mind is inclined to protect itself, but an attitude of defensiveness easily breeds anxiety. Out of caution, we fixate on uncertain information and create stories that can lead to unnecessary fear and mental tension. Taking a moment to notice we are jumping to conclusions can save us from worry and grief. Honey, a lot of us have been in situations where we have not even fully allowed that other person to finish their statements without interjecting. We have not even fully allowed that other person to finish their statements without interjecting. And that moment that we interject is where we allow our mind to draw conclusions of what we think it is. Knowing that truly listening and actively listening and doing that in love, no matter what the situation is, allows us to take in all the information that we need so that we can make proper conclusions of things that just won't run wild in our mind. So think of an intense disagreement you last had with somebody. It can be a sibling, it can be your partner, it can be a friend. Did you let them finish their statement? Why? That's always funny to me. Why? I've had to unlearn interjecting while someone is speaking, because there's no way that I can fully understand what they are saying when I have cut them off from completing that thought. So giving them space to say what they need to say is a level of respect that's given, and you also get that back when it's your turn to speak. Because I know for me, I'm so easily like, hold on, don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Let me say what I need to say. So with that being said, I have to make sure that that's what I'm giving. Making sure I don't interrupt while you're saying what you need to say, because I need to make sure I have all the information I need. So practice not interjecting so that when you're able to draw your conclusions, you are fully informed. The next part is, through self-awareness, we can begin to notice when we are overthinking. The simple act of bringing our awareness out of the mental clutter of unreliable thoughts and back into the present moment can preserve our energy and decrease the friction we feel. Many of us are overthinkers. I am not so much of an overthinker. I think rationally. I allow myself to obtain as much information as I can, but overthinking is not my thing. But I know that there are many people who do, and I know them personally. They tend to overthink, overanalyze, which makes their mind this place of clutter. And you can never truly think properly in clutter. That's like if you have a house and you're a hoarder, you can't maneuver properly. There's no way that there's something you need to find and you can get maneuvering in clutter. So think of your mind as like a space in your house that just has so much shit all over it. And you're like, okay, you know what? I'm looking for, let's say you're looking for this pen. A simple pen. But you have so much shit. Let's say clothes on the couch, kids' toys, book bags, all of these things. It's gonna take you forever to find this pen. You're gonna have to throw stuff, move stuff here. No, take a moment and allow yourself, in self-awareness, to declutter your mind, to take the information that you actually need and can utilize, because a lot of the time we're taking a lot of information and we don't really need it. So this is how we kind of organize shit up a little bit and not overthink. Because when it's clutter, you're gonna overthink because you don't have what you need to kind of create the organization. So in the space that we just created outside of the mind, in the living room, with all the shit all over the place, we're looking for this pen. And moving all this stuff looking for this pen, you're gonna be like, ah, shit, I forgot what I was looking for. You ever get that way? That's overthinking. So that's too many things going on in our minds that allows us to lose focus. So in this reading, it said, through self-awareness, we begin to notice when we are overthinking. The simple act of bringing our awareness out of mental clutter. Out of mental clutter, y'all. Of unreliable thoughts and back into the present moment can preserve our energy. We're all about the preservation of everything. Preserving our energy for what it needs to be used on. There's one more paragraph. To be clear, there's nothing wrong with protecting oneself, but it is helpful to observe how often we take a defensive stance. If we are only ever defensive, we are surely getting in the way of our inner peace. That was probably for a part of me, because when I am passionate about something, doing an intense disagreement that I'm having with someone, I tend to get defensive. But being defensive is a mechanism that blocks the doorway to understanding and accepting of someone else's perspective. So we don't have to agree, but just being in acceptance allows us just a pathway of understanding. So I'm trying to preserve my energy over here, and I'm willing to declutter my mind so that I'm not overthinking about situations, people, and experiences, so that I can make informed decisions on how to move forward. That was deep, right? That was like one page, and we turned it into like 7 minutes. I like to do these readings. I do them on Instagram and I post them really quickly, and then I ask everybody what their thoughts are. So let me know what your thoughts are. Again, this is Clarity and Connection, and this is the self-awareness portion of the book that I'm diving into. And tell me what you think about today's reading. I'm gonna stop this at 7:17, y'all.